Have you ever noticed these signs around Holliston? Do you know what they mean? These signs name the 18 memorial squares dedicated to Holliston servicemen who died while serving their country in World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War. Let's take a look at the memorial squares and the veterans that they honor. John Joseph Chase served in Vietnam as a Lance Corporal in the U.S. Marine Corps. Leonard Lenny Chesmore served in World War II. He was an aviation radio man, second class, U.S. Navy, in the United States Naval Reserves. He was awarded the World War II Victory Medal, the Air Medal, and the Purple Heart. Burley E. Curtis served in World War II as a first lieutenant in the U.S. Army Air Force, 377th Squadron, 362nd Fighter Bomb Group. He was awarded the Purple Heart, an Air Medal with 1 Silver Star and 2 Bronze Service Stars, a World War II Victory Medal, and a World War II Service Lapel Button. James Abner Cutler served in World War I as a corporal in the U.S. Army. Charles F. Duford served in World War I as a sergeant in the U.S. Army. He was in the 326th Infantry Regiment, 82nd Infantry Division. He was the first man in Holliston drafted for World War I, and he entered on the 20th of September, 1917. Thomas Alfred Gelly served in Vietnam as a corporal in the U.S. Army. He was in the 196th Light Infantry Brigade. John Philip Handy served in World War II. He was a sergeant in the U.S. Army in the 85th Cavalry Recon Squadron, 5th Armored Division. He was awarded the Purple Heart and the Bronze Star. Ernest G. Kehoe served in World War I as a mechanic in the U.S. Army. He was in the 38th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division. William E. Kelly served in World War II as a corporal in the U.S. Marine Corps. His awards were the Purple Heart, the Presidential Unit Citation with a ribbon bar and 1 star, the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal, and a Victory Medal, World War II. Clifford Damon LaChance served in Vietnam as a Sergeant First Class, U.S. Army, Advanced Team 2, MAC Advisors. He was awarded the Purple Heart. Charles Walter Lovewell, Jr. served in World War II as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army Air Force, 729th Bomber Squadron, 452nd Bomber Group. He was awarded the Purple Heart and an Air Medal with an oak leaf cluster. John Jackie Edmund Mahoney served in World War II as a seaman, second class, U.S. Navy. Thomas Jefferson Munn served in World War II as a corporal in the United States Marine Corps. He was awarded the Purple Heart. Roger Emerson Phipps served in World War II as a private first class, U.S. Army. Leonard Thomas Ryerson served in World War II as a second lieutenant, U.S. Army Air Forces, 336th Fighter Squadron, 4th Fighter Group. He was awarded the Purple Heart, a World War II Victory Medal, a World War II Service Lapel Button, and the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with 1 Bronze Service Star. Harry Sands served in World War II. He was a Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army Air Corps. He was awarded the Purple Heart, an Air Medal, a Good Conduct Medal, the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal with 1 Silver and 1 Bronze Service Star, the Philippine Liberation Ribbon with 1 Bronze Service Star, a World War II Victory Medal. Joseph Siraki served in World War II as a private in the U.S. Army. He was in the 15th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division. He was awarded the Purple Heart, a World War II Victory Medal, a World War II Service Lapel Button, the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with 1 Bronze Service Star, and the French Fourragère. Dorrance A. White served in World War II as a 2nd Lieutenant, U.S. Army Air Force, 514th Bomber Squadron, 376th Bomber Group. He was awarded the Air Medal, the Purple Heart, American Campaign Medal, World War II Victory Medal, World War II Service Lapel Button, and the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with 1 Bronze Service Star. Holliston is also a Purple Heart community. This means that we as a community recognize, respect, and value those men and women who have been awarded the Purple Heart for being wounded or killed while serving to protect the freedom enjoyed by all Americans. The next time you see a memorial square, you'll know what it means. Take a moment to consider the meaning and history behind the lives of these soldiers.